Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Doreen Cherotich. I'm a political analyst and a governance expert. To my returning subscribers, welcome. Follow me on all my pages, that is YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about a very interesting county, which is my home county, which has been on the headlines for the most recent impeachment of its governor, Dr. Eric Mutai. So I want to divulge into Kericho County and how this impeachment came about. So that we can understand the context of the impeachment, we need to understand the history of Kericho County. When the devolved governments came into place, we had the first elected governor of Kericho County, who was Professor Chepkwony, a teacher by profession. When the devolved governments came, most counties were led by people who had a political background. But Kericho on its own decided that they are going to be taking technocrats for governors, because the first governor was a technocrat. The second governor, who is Dr. Mutai, is also a technocrat who comes from no political background, just from their own profession, then straight into politics. It's very interesting how that is happening, considering most counties have governors who have political backgrounds, but in Kericho County that is not the case. That is an area to be studied. I don't know why Kericho residents always prefer technocrats, but that is very interesting. So after the exit of Professor Chepkwony, then came Dr. Mutai. Let's talk about his campaigns. Dr. Mutai's campaigns manifesto mirrored on agriculture and value addition. He had healthcare as his pillar of a pledge. There was infrastructure. He wanted to improve water and sanitation, and he wanted to improve governance and service delivery. We all heard about his equalizer vision, which was to give equal platforms to marginalized groups such as women and youth to have equal opportunities working in his county government. So those were his manifestos. But there is a very important pledge that he made to the people of Kericho County, that is that he rode on. That was the pledge to remove the tea plucking machines from the tea estates in Kericho County. We all know there's the Browns company in Kericho. There's also the Unilever. There are many tea estates and manufacturing companies in Kericho County. And one of the challenges that has been in that county is the tea plucking machines, which has rendered many people in Kericho County jobless. And many politicians have been riding on the fact that they will be rallying towards the removal of those tea plucking machines. And one person who got the very advantage of riding on that was Dr. Eric Mutai. He promised the people of Kericho County that he will rally them towards the removal of these tea plucking machines, so as to increase the opportunities of employment for these young people who had lost their jobs in the tea estates in Kericho County. This I find is very sensational, considering it was very personal for most people in that county, and therefore he earned the sympathy votes of very many voters. We also in his campaigns that even people were giving him money to campaign, as opposed to him giving the money for during campaigns, as we all know how politics works in this country. So he really got the support of those people because he spoke to what was in their hearts. However, when he came into power, his work right now it's been around 3 years since he was elected governor. What he has been able to do, let's talk about what he's been able to do. He's been able to work on water and sanitation, which was among the pillars of his campaign pledges. Governor Dr. Eric Mutai also promised the people of Kericho County to work on health services, which he has measured on by improving the supply of drugs in Kericho County Referral Hospital. I know many people who go to that hospital, and let's say fairly as compared to before, there has been a constant supply of drugs, though with some little challenges here and there, but it's better. He also promised to work on agriculture, and this is what he has done on agriculture. He has included the Kericho County on the National Agriculture Value Chain Development Project, which is a donor project which aims at improving agriculture services, supporting farmer corporations, and agricultural development. He has also worked on enterprise and economy by hosting the Kericho County Enterprise and Investment Summit. He also has plans for county aggregation and industrial park, which is aimed at boosting manufacturing as a sector in Kericho County. As we clearly see, most of the things that he had pledged, he has not really worked on them so much, because definitely let's give him the grace of time. It's been 3 years. He has had challenges here and there with this impeachment, but nonetheless he owes the people of Kericho a lot of work and a lot to deliver on his manifesto. A lot of things are very wanting. So let's come into Dr. Mutai's impeachment. After the campaigns and the campaign pledges were done and his manifesto was committed to the people of Kericho County, the people of Kericho County found it in their best interest to give him the job of becoming the county boss of Kericho County. So then came in Dr. Eric Mutai as the county governor of Kericho County. But let us look at the environment around his place as the governor of Kericho since he came into power. Let's first start on the first thing. When he was doing his campaigns, his strongest opponent, who was Engineer Fred, became his running mate, which I think is a mistake, because when you're selecting your running mate, your running mate should, when you're selecting your running mate, the deputy governor should, as a governor, should not be having political ambitions, because he is going to take your place when you're impeached as a governor, which makes it very easy for you to have political wrangles inside your governorship as a county boss. So he picked Engineer Fred as his running mate in Kericho County. Then, immediately after the elections, some few months into their tenure, they were already having wrangles, and this played out very publicly, to the extent that the former deputy president of Kenya, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, had to come in, was sent by the president, had to come into Kericho County to try and navigate and cool the temperatures at the Kericho county government, which was definitely very bad looking for the people of Kericho County and even for the governor himself. So the governor already is having issues with his deputy governor, and also not forgetting that he did not come from a political background. He's also having challenges relating with the existing leaders who are in Kericho government, in terms of MPs, in terms of the senator, in terms of the county assembly members. Most of them were repeat MCAs, and him coming into a place where he does not have an existing relationship with most of them was a very big challenge to him as a governor. So most of his campaign pledges had to be implemented jointly with the leaders of Kericho County government. but considering he did not get their support, it became a challenge. Like, for example, the removal of the tea plucking machines. At that moment, it was a very great area of interest for the people of Kericho County. And I think if all the leaders of Kericho County rallied together around the governor, if the governor was able to bring on board the MCAs, the MPs of Kericho County, the senator of Kericho County, the woman rep of Kericho County, his own deputy governor, if he was able to bring them to the table, to be able to speak one voice, together with also the leaders of other counties like Bomet County, to be able to speak with one voice that they do not want these tea plucking machines, or not just, let's not talk about complete elimination, like even work on a certain percentage of the ratio of tea plucking machines as compared to people who are employed for tea plucking work. If he would have been able to rally those people together, he would have been able to have a good bargaining power. But now he was doing it by himself, and also considering the environment that was around, it meant that he could not solidly by himself push for this agenda. Also, when the deputy president Rigathi Gachagua came in, he was coming in from a point of cooling the temperatures down in Kericho County, now that there were wrangles between the deputy governor and the governor, therefore overshadowing the real issue, the concern that many people had, which was the growing rate of the tea plucking machines in Kericho County. So as the tale goes, obviously, when our leaders fight, it is always the citizens who are on the ground that will always suffer. Right now, the tea plucking machines is nothing, is something nobody talks about anymore. It was at the heart of Dr. Mutai's election campaign, but I think because of the frustrations of his working relationship with the rest of the elected leaders in Kericho County, he was not able to push the agenda. So that is a very key point to note for Dr. Mutai. I know that he really wanted to push this agenda, but it is not possible by himself to just push this agenda. He completely needed the support and the backing of South Rift leaders, which he did not take advantage of at that moment. So let's go to Dr. Mutai's impeachment. Dr. Eric Mutai has been impeached twice and also survived twice all the impeachment motions that were brought to the Senate. His impeachment has been centered around the mismanagement of funds. As many counties have all these allegations, Kericho is not an exception. There has been a lot of corruption and mismanagement of funds in Kericho County. But let's specifically look at the Londiani saga, which has completely blown up on the governor. This Londiani saga is about the incident which happened in Londiani, where many people lost their lives. There were very many victims. There were a lot of funds that were supposed to be given to those victims of the people who died in Londiani, but allegedly did not get to those victims. And this has been completely used to disadvantage the governor, because he was the person at the helm and would have taken charge of this issue. And it seems he did not at that moment. And managing that situation has become very difficult for him. But as a county governor, he should have been at the top of trying to clear his name, clear this issue, try to audit these funds, and basically trying to find the best solution for the victims. So instead of just coming to his own defense, he would have tried to get into the heart of the matter and tried to find the solution, which he did not, which paved way definitely for his impeachment. There was an issue about the abuse of office by illegal appointments and unlawful dismissal of county executives. He was also accused of gross misconduct by bullying, incitement, and also exercising his authority with impunity. In my own analysis of things, as much as the impeachment of Dr. Mutai is solid, I think that the environment surrounding the leadership of Dr. Mutai is is very difficult for him, and his impeachment is not just about this all these issues. It's also very political, because coming from a place where he has not been able to coordinate effectively with elected members of Kericho County, it places him at a disadvantaged point where any issue that comes up in terms of his management of the county will be used against him for an impeachment. Why? Because he has not been able to coordinate effectively with the arms of the Kericho County Assembly, and also with the elected leaders of Kericho County government. Even the senator of Kericho County, Aaron, Honorable Aaron, has also been out on the open, being against, being for the impeachment of Dr. Mutai. Many MCAs are for that, are for the support, and we have not had the input of the woman rep of Kericho County or many elected leaders from Kericho County speaking about the impeachment. Personally, I think because most of them do not even have a working relationship with the sitting governor. So I will conclude on Kericho County by saying that most of the failures of the tenure of Dr. Eric Mutai, which is still ongoing definitely because the impeachment flopped, is because of, number one, the failure of Dr. Mutai to find a working relationship with the existing leaders of Kericho County, which include the senator, the woman rep, the MPs of Kericho County, the elected the elected MCAs of Kericho County, which puts him at a disadvantage because he cannot be able to exercise or work on his manifesto. He cannot be able to negotiate or mediate on issues that have come up. He cannot be able to sit down with them, find solutions, and definitely that becomes a very failed system. For a county governor, you need to be able to coordinate with all these people because all of them are under your leadership, and if you cannot be able to find your way around that, then it becomes very, very difficult for you because you cannot just manage the county by your own fist, and that is what exactly Dr. Mutai has been doing. And so as always, who suffers? It is the citizenry of Kericho County, because they have been denied of development. They have been denied several things. All these good manifesto plans that he had, most of them have not been delivered. Why? Because everybody else is fighting. Everybody wants, the MCAs want the governor out. Senator wants the governor out. They say the governor is busy preparing for his defense 2 times against this impeachment. Who then is thinking about the development of the county? No one. But I really hope that going forward, now that the impeachment flopped, I hope the governor can find his way around, especially the MCAs, so that they can be able to find a working relationship to try and salvage what has been left of these 2 years and do the most out of this manifesto. That's it for this video. Tell me your input and comment, feedback about Kericho County government. It's a very sad situation of affairs, and I really hope we can be able to do something within these 2 years that have remained for Dr. Eric Mutai. Thank you.